R to the A to the R to the A to the. Hey y'all, my name is Rachel, but you can call me simply Rach. So I'm coming to you with a new first kinda impressions on a foundation I just picked up yesterday. So this is the Juvias Place foundation. So I'll describe to you a little bit later why I ended up picking up two shades, and that's partly why it's a kind of first impression. So I'll get into that more a little bit later. But if you are new to my channel, like I said, my name is Rachel. I enjoy high-end makeup, but I do dibble and dab in other drugstore makeup from time to time, like we're doing today. So if you have an interest in that, definitely please go ahead and like and subscribe right here, because I will be coming to you with multiple videos in your future on some more Juvias Place, a little color rain, a couple of surprises. So I definitely want you to join the family so that way we can stay in touch. And so we'll go ahead and get into it. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into the foundation. I have gone ahead right now and prepping the skin with the original Fenty. Juvias Place does not have a primer, so I picked this one because if you could work with that super duper original matte Fenty, then I think that this one should be a good match, because I'm on the Ulta website now and they describe the Juvias Place as a full coverage natural multi-purpose foundation stick that comes in 30 creamy and long-lasting sticks. Formulated to feel like skin, a weightless, multi-purpose formula that glides on seamlessly to cover imperfections while giving full definition to face. Okay, let's see if it stands up to that, because it's no secret, but I do have hyperpigmentation and I do go for more of a natural makeup look. So I am very excited to see how this will turn out. Like I said, this actually is not my first impressions on this. So the first shade that I picked up yesterday is in the shade Cameroon. And you could definitely see when they say it is a creamy, I would definitely say that it's rather soft. So don't go in there too heavy like I did, because I put a little dent in it. So let's take a looky here. So the shade Cameroon, which was my original shade, is described as a dark skin with golden undertone. So to do a comparison, the makeup foundation that matches the best for my skin tone has been the NARS New Caledonia, but I am a dark olive complected, so green veins very much show up on my chest. So sometimes I can read a little golden, but especially in the summer I can also read a little red. But when I do neutral, it can turn gray. I just have one of those shades where I'm a little red, a little golden, and neutral doesn't always work. So a lot of times what I do is the middle of my face is very golden, so I'll do like a gold in the middle, and then on the outside I will do something a little bit warmer. So that's what gets us to me picking up a second shade today. So I end up picking up Zambia. So Zambia is described as, it's a little bit deeper. So this one is a deep dark skin with warm undertone. Because I will insert some pictures of today, and it definitely is a very natural looking foundation, and I could have worked with the Cameroon because I do bronzing and highlights, so with the full face put together it worked, but I wanted a little bit more coverage, so I wanted to, instead of doing the powders to deepen it, I wanted to go ahead and pick up a second stick because I did like the first. So I will go ahead and I am going to do some comparison swatches, so that way it will help if you are trying to decide on a shade. So two other shades, because I think especially Cameroon is going to work better for me in the winter time when I start getting a bit more yellow. So these are two shades that I use more in the winter, but I have the ability to mix them with things that are a little bit darker for them to work. So this here is the Golden Almond by Bobbi Brown. and this is 6.75. So let me go ahead and swatch the Juvias first. You can see it's very golden. And Bobbi Brown is one of my faves, but this one is another that can't perfectly match, but I can place it to where it works. So if you have the Bobbi Brown, you can compare it, because this is still more yellow than the Bobbi Brown. And then the other that I have that's a little bit more yellow, I have the Milani. And this is in 285 in chestnut. And this is something else that is a very close comparison. So if you have either of these, you can kind of have an idea of where you could work in the Juvias Place. The Juvias Place is in the middle. This is the Bobbi Brown, and then this is the Milani. So that's a more high-end and also another drugstore. So that way you can see how they work. Because if you notice, once I actually blend them into the skin, so I know that my face is a different color than my arm, but it's just easier to do a comparison on here. And then once you mix them all together, they just disappear. So let's go ahead and get into it. So what I'm going to do is focus this one here towards the center of my face. And it definitely goes on creamy, but I learned after yesterday to go with a much softer hand, because I was getting a little rough housing yesterday, and that's why mine is a little lopsided. So it is very creamy, like they said, so that is true to their word. Then also, something else I noticed this morning, because I tried it on yesterday and I wore it to work today. So the first time I tried it, I used the Beauty Blender and it was okay, but I actually liked the results when I put it on with a foundation brush. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those in just a moment. And then when it comes to the packaging, I would definitely say, because first off, this is $16. And right now at Ulta, they also have a 20% off coupon. So I ended up only paying $12.80 for this first one. I forgot about the coupon yesterday when I picked up this other one, but it was good when I went back. So the second one, it really didn't hurt me too much. It was only like 12 bucks. So the packaging is more similar to something you're gonna get with the Milani, but it's still fine. And then in terms of size, you're getting 0.34 ounces, 0.31 ounces with a Bobbi Brown, and a 0.46 ounces with a Milani. So Milani, you get the most amount of product, but you can see this is right in the middle, and for $12.80 with a 20% off coupon from Ulta, it is a win. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get my foundation brush. So I'm just gonna blend this out. And I'm focusing on the center of my face because that is where I am the most golden. But then this here is Zambia, and it is much deeper, and it is on the red side, and I love that. So you can see it is very red compared to what I have in the center. Start with the center. And I'll insert some photos. I do not think that I had to get both. I just think that this is more of what I was going for. But you can see the coverage. I got a little friend coming up right here. Hello there. And then over here, you can see that it covered up the bulk of my dark spots. So it says full coverage, but I still don't think I would consider this full coverage because I can still see some of my dark spots. But look at that. But these two together, I think it's creating the perfect shade for me. And that way I can transition it from summer and winter. So that is good. And I also picked up the Juvias Place highlighter in the shade 9. That way I can just keep the face the same. This one is more golden as well. Let me get the actual description. It's only $14 for the concealer, so that's a great deal. So shade 9 is described as for dark skin with neutral cool undertones. Sometimes I would definitely not say this is neutral cool, but it works. And I just did this one by eyeballing it in the store because this one pulled off very warm to me. But you know, I am not an expert when it comes to the whole undertone thing. I just know that especially because of my particular undertone, I can fluctuate between both. So it's a lot about what makes my skin look the best. I'm going to go ahead and use the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. So the Bloom Blush and Glow palette. And let's see here. I like the cream blush in this cranberry color. Love the little contraption, but this is a very, whew, that escalated quickly. All right, so I just finished my final, my full look. I'm kind of double dipping. I received my BoxyCharm this month. So about time this video is posted, you should already be able to check out the BoxyCharm to see how the rest of this look came together. But when it comes to the foundation itself, I am happy that I ended up buying the second shade so that way it can help warm the perimeter. But I love how golden the Cameroon shade is in the middle of my face, and the outside is in Zambia, sorry, not Zimbabwe, Zambia is the outside, which is the deep dark with a warm undertone, and then the middle is the Cameroon, which is a dark with a golden undertone. Because I am a olive complected, so I am more yellow and golden, especially in the winter time. In the summertime, I can get a little bit red, but I do have to be very careful which foundations I use so I can avoid going orange. So I like to kind of mix and match the warm and golden to create the perfect look on my face. I think this does come off very natural. I would say it is more of a medium rather than a full coverage, but they say it's a full coverage natural. So I think that that is more of a medium, but I love it. And so if you made it this far, definitely please go ahead and like and subscribe. My name is Rachel, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.